Well, Tottenham fans, that wasn't the greatest performance from you. The worst, actually, performance from them, to be honest. Tottenham have just been battered 3-0 by Brentford in the G-Tech Community Stadium. Now, we always knew it was going to be a difficult game, but this one was just a battering. I don't know which game was worse, this game or the game against Manchester United today as a Manchester United fan. Tottenham didn't do anything today, but all credit has to go to Keith Andrews and that Brentford team because they were absolutely brilliant today. The performance, the work rate, the quality, and from minute one you could see that they wanted it more than Tottenham. Winning the second balls, getting the fans involved. They were just absolutely fantastic, and yeah, I think they're a really, really good team. For me, I think they could challenge for Europe. I know a lot of people have kind of criticised and put them out without a shout. Last season they were very good. Obviously, it's only one game this season. However, they've made a very good start. I think they've always been a good football inside under Keith Andrews. And last season, they did just finish outside the European places in ninth. So, one game a week for them. I think they're going to be a really serious team. They have good players. And now they've added depth to their squad, Jadon Anthony, Callum Wilson. They've got a few more midfield players. But yeah, they're a very, very good team and they play very good football. So all credit to them and what they've done because, they've had a lot of good performances in pre-season and now they've taken it straight into the season and they were the better side, the way in which they were moving the ball around, the way in which they were conducting play. But one player I have to talk about is Mamadou Sangare. Brentford have another gem there. I don't know where they've signed him from. I think it's a club in the French league. But he was absolutely everywhere today in that game. Didn't obviously play the full game, but you're looking at that recruitment from them is top work. 76 minutes played, got an assist, covered lots of ground, was just everywhere all over the pitch. I think he's going to be a really good player for them, and he is only 24 years of age. They've lost Jordan Henderson, but they've brought in a way better player, and as I said, he's going to be a big part of that midfielder. He was literally everywhere today. Every ball, every duel, he was there, and he was absolutely fantastic. And in the middle of the park, you have your creators like your Janouts, your Jensens, but Sangare is a really, really good player in the middle of the park. He breaks everything up and he makes things happen for them. It probably didn't cost them that much, but a really, really good signing nonetheless. And again, it's great recruitment, great scouting, 12 defensive contributions throughout the game, 4 passes into the final third. He was absolutely brilliant today. And as I said, one to definitely watch out for the Premier League. Obviously, the attack, no goals from the attackers from Brentford today, but they didn't need it. A goal from Janelt, which was a very good goal. That Lewis Potter goal was fantastic. Sangare had a big part to play in that as well. And then the Coyote goal as well. They were just insane. I think they were a really, really good team. And again, there's no reason to say why they can't be pushing for Europe this season. Very, very good in terms of working the ball. Good at. I just think they're an all-round gelling team, and Keith Andrews, what he's done for them in the last couple of seasons, has been fantastic. And to finish ninth last season was really impressive. And this season, they haven't lost too many players, and they've actually, I think, recruited quite well, especially in that attacking side of things. They've got decent defenders. I think Coyote is a very good player. And yeah, I think it was absolutely fantastic. From a Tottenham point of view now, Tottenham massively struggled in the game. I have to talk about Sandro Tonali because he did not have the greatest game today. He played the full 90 minutes and went missing throughout the game. You're looking at a £100 million player here who was chased by a lot of Premier League clubs, and he just didn't have a good performance. Wasn't involved in the game. The midfield got absolutely run through. I think Sangare was clearly better than him. And you're looking at Tonali, I'm not saying he needs to have a 10 out of 10 performance every single game, but looking at these sort of games, Premier League openers, just show something in the game. And I think he did massively struggle throughout the game. And I like Tonali. I think he's a good player, but for £100 million, you're looking at him. He's supposed to be transforming that Tottenham midfield, and I know it's one game and I know it's early, but he just didn't look that great today. I just think the whole of the Spurs team was really, really poor, but Tonali in particular. And just in defensively, the new signings, Robertson's a Premier League great, but he must be looking at that Spurs team and what the hell's going on. I know he didn't have the greatest performance either, but he's a really high standard player. But the overall team was really sloppy. And listen, they've made a lot of new recruits. 4 new signings started for today, and Mateus Fernandes came on as well. It's not that they haven't recruited well. They brought on players, they brought on their new recruits, but they still massively struggled into the game. And Spurs fans, let me know how you feel in the comments, because I would be very frustrated if I was you. Yes, they've strengthened the midfield. Yes, they've strengthened the defence. But that attack is absolutely horrific. Tell Richarlison and Mikey Moore is just really, really poor. Like, there's no quality in it. I know they're going to bring in Savinho, probably more Moosh, but is that really any better? Like, they can go out and get some top class strikers. I think they actually saying that. I don't think it was actually the strikers. They didn't create chances, but in terms of in midfield and in possession, they weren't that great. I don't think, even if you had flipping Neymar up front or Messi, I don't think they would have. Obviously, Messi probably would have changed. But I'm saying if you would have had top level players up front, I still don't think it would have been that different because defensively they were horrific today. And I'm looking at Van Heck, £52 million. I'm looking at Senesi and Robertson. I know they come in as free agent, but very, very important. You got young Archie Gray in there as well. Kinski, there's always going to be talk about the goalkeeping situation. Didn't fill me with confidence, to be honest with you. I think he was quite poor today. But all in all, Tottenham fans, let me know how you're feeling because it's dark already under De Zerbi. That gave me, as a Manchester United fan, that was PTSD from the game. Brentford beating United 4-0. That the way in which they dominated them off the park, like, it was insane. Like, the energy wasn't there. I mean, when you have Richarlison leading your line for you, you have players like Solanke coming on. Yes, Spurs had more possession, but you look at the shots on target, 8 for Brentford, 4 for Spurs. Touching the opposition box, 40 for Brentford, 17 for Spurs. You know, Spurs just got dominated. And you're looking at this Spurs team, you know, a lot of people, I've seen Expression shout at him. I'm sure he's going to be fuming after this game. He talked about, obviously he was talking about a title, but then more realistic, top 5. I've seen a lot of people putting them in top 5. Mate, they could be back in 15th again with these sort of performances. You're looking at their fixtures coming up now. They've got to play in the Carabao. They've got to play on Wednesday against Charlton in the EFL Cup, which is insane. They won the United treatment from last season. The next week, Newcastle, tough game. Nottingham Forest, Everton. Like, you're looking at these Spurs fixtures, United on the radar as well. You're looking at some of these fixtures. It could be very peak and very dark for Tottenham. And I'm a United fan saying this, and we absolutely got bopped off the park by Hull. But Tottenham, where do you guys go from here? Because they got destroyed today, and credit, you know, to Brentford. I think they were absolutely brilliant. I think they were really top side and a team that have a lot of good quality and have a lot of good players as well. And that's how you play as a team. Tottenham, I don't know, there's just a few things missing. I know they've been decent in pre-season, but they need to get those new signings ticking. They need to get Kulusevski, Kudus, Porro, these sort of players back into the team. But yeah, let me know, Spurs fans, how you feel in the comments. What did you make of Tonali? And Brentford fans, if you are watching, very good performance. How positive are you and Keith Andrews? Where do you think they can finish? Because I think, you know, Europe is definitely not impossible for them. I think they really can progress and get somewhere really, really high this season in the Premier League. They've always been a good team, and under Keith Andrews, it's looked like they've got better. But let me know your thoughts. Thank you for watching, and peace.